Hi, I'm Lori Burstein, Ellington First Selectman, and this is Ellington News and Events. And with me today is Linda Anderson from Ellington Trails Committee, one of the most energetic groups I've seen. I mean, you guys are really amazing. We worked together a lot, having been on conservation for 8 years.
Yes.
We were always like sharing stuff, which is great. So now Linda gets to share with you a lot of stuff that's happening in town.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Yeah, we do work with the conservation on a one-on-one. We have a member that always attends the meetings, and it's good to work with multiple groups in town.
Especially like-minded.
Yeah, like-minded. Well, I mean, and I'll do a big shout out to Public Works. We're constantly working with them, and they're wonderful. They they are right on. Anytime I mention something, they're right there.
Yeah, we do have an incredible Public Works
department.
department.
We have a very good Public Works department. So one of the things I wanted to mention today is that just recently we participated in Connecticut Forest and Parks Connecticut Trails Weekend.
Oh, nice.
And we had, for our trail, we partnered with Vernon Greenways, and we went from Ellington into Vernon.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was very nice. We had 30 participants, which is excellent.
That's a pretty good crowd.
That's a very good crowd. We went over the suspension bridge in Vernon, which is amazing. And if you haven't done that yet, you should, especially with kids, because you can bounce up and down and it sways.
Oh, wow. A lot of fun.
Yeah. And but the neatest thing about Connecticut Trails Weekend, it's 2 days. Connecticut has the highest participation of any state in the union.
Really? See, that doesn't surprise me. I think we're a very active group.
Yeah, and we have the most events.
Yeah.
So it was a fun day, a really fun day.
I think living in this area, like the Northeast, we have just such beautiful trails, and just a lot of people live here because they enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah, and we have, I think the state has a very active volunteer groups that really do, are out there maintaining and pushing and all of that. And talking about trails, if you are someone that is very active outdoors, not just with hiking, but walking, kayaking, snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, there is a great new site that the DEP and Yukon have put together. It's called ConnecticutTrailFinder.com.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful site. So I want everybody, if you are active outside, you need to go to this site.
I'm going on it.
Yeah.
Because I run and I hike and I kayak.
Yeah, I mean, and what you do is you go to the site, you put in a town that you're interested in. You would put in Ellington, and there's a drop down, you're interested in hiking in Ellington. And then the map would come up and it would show you where these particular hikes are. You press on the little button and it would give you a description, an accurate way of getting there, how many miles, how is it moderate, is it a difficult, right, does it have an incline? And then the other thing that I absolutely love, and I really want more Ellington businesses to do this, there is a drop down for services. So say you're hiking in the morning and you're like, I'd like to do something else in Ellington. So it would say, there's a farmer's market today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, or you could go and have ice cream at the Scoop or ice cream at the Cloder Farms.
So it connects the community.
It connects.
Wow.
Yeah, it is an absolutely wonderful site. So I hope, that people do go on and take advantage of it.
Where can I get a sandwich? I'm famished.
Right. Where can I get? Where can I go to get a sandwich or sit down dinner?
Yeah.
Even it has campgrounds and
nice.
Lodging. So.
That's really nice. It's nice for tourism.
Yeah, very good for tourism. So we just got on it this year. I've gotten a number of other. Northern Land Trust is on there now, so it's an exciting site. So
that's really nice.
Yeah, want people to use it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm definitely going to.
And the other thing is, let's see, what else do we have here that we've been doing? Go ahead.
I had one question. Like, how did you, and you connected with the Green Trails or
Vernon Greenways.
through like a symposium or something?
Yeah, the state has a symposium that they offer. They just started this, as far as I know. And once a year, it's going to be in October this year, down in New Haven. And anybody that has trails, any of the towns, any of the land trusts, we all get together. We go to, we have meetings. They bring in speakers and lecturers. And that's how I met Mark, who's Layton, who's in charge of, well, second in charge of the Vernon Rails for Trails. They do all the work over there. And I said, that was one of our lectures, saying that we should try to get together with other groups. And that's how we did it.
That's great.
Yeah, and we're hoping to set up a bike ride with them.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, sometime in the fall. So, which would be really, really nice.
might do that.
So, yeah. See, now you got to hold these lists of
Yeah, I
things.
gotta, between now, my calendar is getting full by the second.
Yeah. So I probably should say a little bit about what we actually do.
Yeah.
We were formed in March of 2017. So next year will be our 10th anniversary
congratulations.
of working with the town, being a committee. We're all volunteers. We do have still 3 positions opening if anybody's interested in joining us. We take care of the trails. We do cleanups. If there's any trees down or anything like that, we notify Public Works. They go in and take care of it. We work with the Eagle Scouts. The Eagle Scouts, a lot of them want to do projects, so
Yeah.
they've done projects.
very good.
Yeah, they have been excellent. They do projects for us. And then we do educational programs, and then also hikes. So we're pretty active in all of those areas. So our next opportunity to get together, we have our biggest one is on August 12th, when the Perseids, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but meteor shower is going to be that night. And we're going to have it at Penny Field. And it will be from 9 p.m. to midnight.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to that too.
If it's a clear
not far
night,
away.
if it's clear.
Because it's so open, that's going to be a perfect area.
You know, people say, isn't it a little problems with light? But we've never had any problems. We've seen.
So you've done this before?
Yeah, we have done it before. And this is supposed to be a pretty major one. So, and we get the Connecticut Astronomy Society comes with their big telescopes. And so it's great for kids, great for adults. People bring their lawn chairs, people bring, something to drink or eat, no
I'm
liquor.
bringing my brother. He loves that stuff too.
Yeah, so, that's one of our big events that we have coming up. And then always do the farmers market. That's going to be August 29th. We hand out maps. And just talk to the people. And then we also have Trail of Treats, which we participate in, though that was one that we started and then gave to the Lions, which
That's nice.
been very happy with the Lions, and they make money for their projects. And it is a very well attended. Anybody in town knows.
I know a lot of little kids in our neighborhood that go.
Yeah, I mean, last year I think there was over 50 vendors, and I think we figured we had at least 800 kids, and that didn't include mom, dad, grandma, aunts, uncles.
Wow.
All those other, so it's very
It's a
well.
lot.
Yeah,
That's
it's a lot.
good.
And then we also do. We're hoping to squeeze the bike ride in there, and then we also do a after Thanksgiving walk over at Schnipsett Lake on the dirt road there, and that's usually the Saturday at 10 o'clock after
That's nice. A
Thanksgiving.
couple days after.
Yeah.
To walk off that turkey.
To walk off the turkey, yeah.
And mashed potatoes.
And if no one has ever walked that's not technically a hike in town because the water company owns that property, but it is a wonderful, beautiful hike along the lake.
Fall hikes are really nice.
Yeah.
Even if it's a little chilly, it's very crisp. It always feels just really nice.
And it's also, most people go there in the winter because it's closed off. They close it off, and so you can cross-country ski it or you can walk it. And it's a dirt road, so you don't have as much of an issue
And
walking.
you can snowshoe it too?
Yeah, you can snowshoe it too. Yeah.
good.
That's, again, one that's not on our list of 7. We have 7, right now we take care of 7 trail systems in Ellington.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. And one of them is a land trust, so we help out with them.
Yeah. Especially they've been so amazing, the land trust.
The land trusts have been really good. So we have we did in the spring, we did a big cleanup over at our Crystal Ridge Trail with Troop 96, the Boy Scouts, and big shout out to the Boy Scouts. Because
My 2 boys were in that troop.
Oh, really?
years ago.
Yeah.
And that's what I remembered bats. We'd do stuff there.
Well,
as well.
you can. People don't realize, but you can camp at Bats.
Yeah, that used to be the Boy Scout camping ground. I didn't know if they still do that.
They do. They switch on and off, but they do camp over there, and the public is allowed to camp over there as long as you fill out the usage form at the town hall. You can camp there.
That's
There
nice.
is a fire pit, and there is. We've made sure that the outhouse there is workable. So yeah, you can definitely camp over at Bats. But what I was going to say is at Crystal this time, they help clean all the trails, and that Crystal's a pretty steep. It's not a large one, but it's steep.
Yeah.
One section was very steep. We had a lot of erosion. So they put in posts and ropes so that you could hold.
Oh.
Yeah, you could make your way down
the
and
Boy
make your way
Scouts
up.
did that?
Yeah,
That's
they
terrific.
dug in those posts, and they did that. And we also have a bridge over there that's called the Quartz Bridge, and it is in a little bit of a low area, so every year they fix the pavements and they put in more drainage stones for us. They haul in drainage stones, so they're just wonderful.
Yeah.
And we had a geology walk over there not too long ago, and I don't think people realize that Connecticut has a very unique, I would say, unique geology.
Yeah.
We, at one time, when the continents were together, we were attached to Africa. And
Really?
so some of our minerals are the same minerals that you would find in this particular spot in Africa.
Oh, that's wild.
Isn't that wild? Yeah. And then the other thing what's neat is that Ellington is part of the Garnet Trail. There is a trail that goes all the way up from the Mass border all the way down to the beach. I'm trying to think of the beach that's down there that's popular with everybody. But anyways, it goes all the way down to the beach. And it's where you find garnets. And Bolton had a garnet mine. They used it for multiple purposes, not just for jewelry. But you can find garnets in Ellington. And I don't want people mining them, but we do have garnets on Crystal. We are right smack in the middle of the Garnet
very
Trail on Crystal. So and the other interesting fact, we had this gentleman that gave us a talk about the geology. And another interesting fact is that we have over 200 plus mines, some of them still active, in Connecticut. You don't think of us as a mining state, but we are. The Newgate Prison was a mine.
I've been there.
Yeah, that was a mine.
To visit, of course.
To visit. I hope.
But that is like that old new gate. That's
Yeah.
that's a cool, it's a lot of history there.
Yeah, a lot of history there, but it was a mine at one point. So we bring in a lot of speakers. We also had a woman from the Audubon Society that gave us a talk on hummingbirds, how to attract hummingbirds to your particular backyard, how to attract songbirds to your backyard. And I'm trying to think if we had any other talks. I got to look at my notes
We had
here.
that, I have like that Cornell app with birds where.
Oh, the Cornell app.
love that.
That's the Merlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Merlin.
And it's amazing, like you hear something and you just want to know what kind of bird, and it immediately will. And
It tells
hits
you.
everything. It'll just keep going, like as you're hearing the birds, and it just keeps signaling down all the like 10 different birds.
Yeah, it will. I mean, if there's multiple birds
Yeah.
singing, it will tell you that, you know, you have a thrush, you have a woodpecker,
Yeah.
you have a robin.
And then you can zoom in too on like learning more about them too.
Yeah.
It's just a cool app.
Another app that I absolutely love is Seek. It's SEEK. It's a National Geographic app, and you're walking along and you're like, what's that bush? And so you get out your Seek, you take a picture, and it will tell you what it is. So it does not only, it does animals, it does fungus, mushrooms, it does all the types of vegetation. Yeah, it's a really, interesting thing. When we go on our hikes and the kids are always asking, what's
Yeah.
this, what's this,
Yeah,
what's this?
so now you can tell 'em.
Now we can tell them. Yeah, for sure. And
So you've got a couple different speakers coming, which is nice.
Yep, we do. And I'm just gonna, let's see, well, I talked about the farmer's market, the bike ride, Trail of Treats. We did also do, we did Earth Day this year. We do it every year. It's, again, one of those very well-attended events in town.
Yeah.
Very well attended. We had we handed out over 100 maps. You can find our maps on the Connecticut Trail Finder, but also I put them in the library. They are in the town hall, and then all of the trail sites have kiosks with the maps in them also.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, and then there's QR codes, so you don't even if you get to the kiosk and there's no more maps, there is the master map that is there with a QR code, and so you can just download it that way. And then talking about our maps, we're very excited. Again, Connecticut Trail Finder featured us on their Facebook page, and hopefully,
that's nice.
Yeah, and hopefully they're going to feature us. They're talking about it. Feature us at the symposium. We are one of the only. I think there's just one other trail system in the state that has emergency signage. So we have, Tom Palshaw, who's on our committee.
Yeah, he is terrific.
Yeah, he did a ton of work, and so if you're hiking along, you will see these signs. It will have, say, H for Hockenham, and then underneath it will have our town code, which is 048. And if you get hurt, try to get to one of these signs.
That's really important.
Dial 911, and all of the dispatchers and the state police have all the info. So you say, I'm at H3 048, they know exactly where you are. And
That's really, really good.
I mean, we've had usage of it twice. Once we had some illegal campers, and we got the police over there to handle them. And then we also had a fire, and someone was walking, noticed it, and noticed the sign, called immediately, and the fire department was able to get there immediately and put it out.
Took off,
and before it took off. So, Tom did a tremendous amount of work, and really trying to, again, the people at Yukon were thrilled to see it, and are starting to try to push it with some of the other, hopefully the state, but
so
also,
valuable.
even some of the land trusts. Now, the Northern Land Trust their Boothroyd one, which is in town, Boothroyd and Belanti, does have the emergency signs on it also. So yeah, it was a lot of work, but Tom got it all done for us.
He's good at that research.
Yeah, he's very good at the research. Yeah, very good. And I'm just trying to think if there was anything else I missed.
Now you do a lot of educational programs with the library and seniors too.
Yes, we do. Yeah. We partner with Hall as much as possible, so anything that's nature oriented, we try to work together. In the past, we've brought in the raptors. We've done that, and we've brought in fact, I'm hoping to bring her back this year. And anybody out there that knows Ginny Apple and went to any of her talks over the years, we had her at the library, and also I don't think we've done any on-site with her, but we've had her at the library. We pretty much went through all of her talks.
Really? She's that good.
She's that good, but she supposedly has some new ones. But she works with the DEP. She's a volunteer. She lives up in Barkhamsted, and her favorite thing is bears. And
I love bears.
Yeah, and town is getting a lot more bears.
I have them on my trail cam, and I'm always excited when I see them.
Really?
As long as like babies and moms, it's like a little crossing path.
Yeah, I mean, we had them at bats this year, so people are seeing more and more bears in our area. So I want to bring her back again to maybe do another talk on bears.
I'd love to go to that.
Yeah, and she has some really interesting ones. I'd like to have her do her beaver one again. The beaver one was very, very interesting.
Engineers.
Yeah, they are.
And they work as teams so well.
Yeah, they're amazing little animals. I mean, well, they're not so little, but they're amazing. So I'm hoping to get her back this fall and do some programs with her.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So, but.
And you had something about. Like the Stafford Munson line, or that was that.
Oh, I forgot about that. Thank you. This is nothing to do with us per se, but if you like to hike, I have had at least 3 or 4 groups that have gone up and used this. It is called, and I got to make sure I get it right. It is called Windy Crow Farm, and she's in Stafford Springs, and it is walking with alpacas and llamas.
So cute.
And most of the time she just does the alpacas, but if she gets a large group, she had the South Windsor Senior Center went, and they had a large group, so she brought her llamas also. So you walk up this mountain to a lookout. It's maybe a mile and a half, but it's slow. And the alpacas they eat. They stop. It's slow because they eat and stop. They eat and eat the brush.
Yeah. They have their little path that they like to.
Yeah, and they roll in the dirt, So, but on the way down, they make a beeline because they know they're going to get grain. Yeah. But she's a sanctuary, and she does charge, but the money goes to feed the animals.
And what a cute experience!
It's
another thing I'm going to put on my calendar.
Yeah, but I would only recommend it for kids that were maybe a 10 and above. Only because it's slow.
And it's a mile for little legs sometimes.
And it's uphill. It is uphill, and she's on the Garnet Trail.
Oh, as well. That's neat.
Yeah, she's on the Garnet Trail as well. But so it's just a fun thing to do, and the alpacas are just wicked sweet. Yeah, just really,
They're
really
just
sweet.
Very gentle.
Yeah. Yep. Very nice animals.
And is there like new like signage at bats or I think?
Oh yeah, we did. We're putting in 2 signs for the bluebird houses to ask for people to stay away and not disturb them. We did have a hatching of 3. I'm pretty sure they fledged. And then we put in a sign, and I got to make sure I get it right because I always forget. But we have a pollinator garden over at Bats, and I know a lot of people think that it's messy. Pollinator gardens have a tendency to be messy because we have, you have wildflowers, you have the milkweed, We also have a lot of poison ivy, and I have signs to keep
Yeah.
to stay on the trail. And people don't realize that poison ivy actually is a pollinating. It is
Okay.
used by pollinators. But the sign that we're putting up, it says, "This is a pollinator garden. Pardon our weeds. We're feeding the bees."
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. And kids in the summer too, they should use that amphitheater if they want to put on a little play.
Yeah, I would love people to use
Yeah,
our amphitheater.
I think that's really, some people aren't aware of it, and it's just really nice.
Yeah, that went in during COVID, and that was the Knights, the players,
The Ellington Night. Yeah.
night players. Yeah.
Speaking of which, I want to congratulate the class, Ellington class of 2026.
Yep.
They had their commencement on Friday. It was really nice.
Oh, they already had their
Yeah,
commencement.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I want to thank you so much for coming and talking.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And I'm just going to.
You have some announcements.
Yeah, I have some announcements. So, of course, we have the budget referendum at the Senior Center June 23rd. That's next Tuesday. So please come out and vote. You got to let us know how you feel about things. We have an opioid concert series, the first one June 18th, which is very soon, at Market Park from 6 to 8 p.m. Juneteenth is June 19th. We have a sound meditation concert at American Karate on Friday, July 17th at 7 p.m. We also are going to have the Relay for Life on June 27th at the high school. Oak Ridge Dairy also is having on the same day, on the 27th at 10 a.m., Oak Ridge Farm Day. The library is having a series of events starting. Their summer events kick off this weekend, and they're going to have an Unearth a Story with dinosaurs on Saturday, June 20th, where like you're going to have these giant dinosaurs and eggs. It's going to be very cool. On the 26th of June, it's a Friday in the evening, we're going to have Nellie McKnight Museum will be hosting a Wickets and Whimsy, like croquet, and you can sign up for groups.
Oh.
I also want to congratulate the Senior Center Chess Club for 15 years and going strong. And we have the Community Voice Channel is going to have a concert at Market Park in Ellington on September 13th. So stay tuned, as well as our Fireman Fair is going to be starting, or is going to take place in September.
Oh, it's coming back.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
good.
coming back, so we're very excited about that after 1 year of sadness not having it, but it's back. Ellington America 250 will be October 3rd. The website link has gone live to sign up for volunteers and sponsors, and Diversity Commission is looking for sponsors too. But thank you so much, Linda.
Oh, you're
and
welcome.
Have a great day.